I'm Haylee, your host.
I'm Garce, your host roommate.
And I'm Daniel Morris, your news anchor.
And this is Don't Stay Too Long. Hey, this is Haylee. Before we got into the episode, I just wanted to thank everybody for all the positive feedback and comments and stuff on the last episode. When we first started this, we didn't think anybody was actually going to watch it, and seeing everybody just absolutely loving it to what I can tell. I mean, if you're lying to me, honestly, if you're lying to me, keep lying to me because it makes me feel good about myself. Like, even if you don't think I'm funny, tell me I'm funny because it gives me confidence, I guess. But seriously, thank you guys. It really means so much. Aww. Welcome back to episode 2 of the Don't Stay Too Long podcast. In this episode, we're going to start with some Would You Rather questions from our loving and loved Garce.
Number 1. Would you rather have an incredibly annoying high-pitched voice or a really, really deep manly voice?
Really, really deep manly
I would
voice.
also take the really... Oh
What do you mean, baby girl?
Have you heard of I guess I should probably answer before I go into that. Really annoying, like how annoying? Okay, yeah, I think I'll take the deep voice. But have you heard of, like, I think it's Tom Storms? Or no, Tim Storms.
I don't think so.
Anyway, he holds the Guinness World Record for, like, the lowest voice. And
I should look into that.
Apparently he can, like, hit, like, a wavelength so low that you can't hear it.
That's crazy.
Anyway, but he sung, like, Lonesome Road or something. It was really cool sounding.
I want to get that, like, stuff. It's like the opposite of helium. I don't remember what it's called, but instead of making your voice higher, it makes your voice lower.
Hydrogen.
No, it's not hydrogen. But it, like, makes your voice lower, and I want to try.
Helium.
Helium.
Evil helium.
Helium. Okay.
What would be, like chemically wise, what would be the opposite of helium?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Helium is number 2 in the periodic table.
So yeah, what's number...
-2.
Number not 2.
Whatever's negative.
It's an anti-2?
What's the penultimate element?
Future Haylee here. It's sulfur hexafluoride. If you're curious, the opposite of helium is sulfur hexafluoride.
Question number 2. Would you rather whip or nay-nay?
I would rather whip, because nay reminds me of...
I would also rather whip, because I think the motion is more fun. Just
If you would have asked me this, like, an hour ago, I would have said nay. However, after witnessing what that strange man did in the dining hall next to the soda dispenser,
Gap shout out.
and it was, like, really, like, 2016 PTSD.
so real.
It's giving Vacation Bible School with Kenna. That wasn't 2016, that was 2015. I just lied to everyone.
She does that a lot.
No, I just said the wrong year first.
As you'll come to learn.
Question number 3, and the last one. Harry Styles or Taylor Swift?
Harry Swift.
I don't...
Okay,
like,
I'll take Harry, but the one from that one Vogue magazine.
Like Pilgrim Harry?
No.
I meant
The one where
Harry
he's in the
Styles.
dress?
Yeah. Yeah, Harry Styles. Yeah, that's what I said.
I meant like music, like their music.
Oh, music?
Like
I don't
Harry
like purely on principle.
Harry Styles has better lyrics in my opinion, and his instrumentation is also better.
I like Harry Styles. Like I don't like dislike. I'm not a Swiftie by any means. I like older Taylor Swift. That's about it. I don't really care for her newer stuff. I listen to Harry Styles more often.
I don't listen to either. I'm not a fan of the hive mind.
Okay, I was a Harry Styles fan before it was cool. I was a One Direction fan, so I watched.
That's because, baby, she don't know she beautiful.
Okay, Daniel.
That's a One Direction song, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in that case, we are going to go into weather and traffic. We're done here.
Oh man. I'm up here, got my propeller hat, it's reaching pretty high up, but this traffic, oh boy, everybody's playing hooky today, and when I mean hooky, I mean, they're just driving their car, and then they're jumping out. And there's cars just piled up all over the place. I-79, I-49, I-69, I-79, all of it. It's terrible, piled up. Just, yeah, don't drive today, folks.
It seems as if Daniel's propeller hat has just malfunctioned mid-air. I'm not sure what is going on. Oh my gosh, he's fallen out of the sky. Daniel is going down. I repeat, Daniel is going down.
You do not want to see the other guy. Terrible tragedy. Family 4. Anyway, we've got weather. Wednesday, 87, partly cloudy. Thursday, 67, clear skies. Friday, 91, sunny. Saturday, order 66. Sunday, 66 with PM showers. Monday, 80, partly cloudy. Tuesday, 60, blue skies. And for our moon phase this week, we can expect a waxing wanus. That's when the moon is in its waxing phase for the horizontal portion of the moon. Anyway, back to you.
Thanks, Daniel. I really hope our company isn't having to pay for the death of that family.
Who?
Alright, I'm just gonna gloss over that. I'm hoping that I am not getting any phone calls later tonight from any lawyers or anybody close to that family.
What family? Nobody's talking about a family.
You're right. So, we're gonna start the next part of this episode. We're gonna do a little bit of Haylee's Notes app reading. If you don't know, which most people probably don't.
Yeah,
So,
that's kind of the point.
quick little Haylee tidbit. I really like my Notes app, and I really like making notes, and I like lists and stuff.
For those that don't know, Haylee owns an iPhone, so she's referring to the Notes app that comes pre-built with your iPhone.
Thank you for that, Daniel.
Just for clarification.
Yep. In case you needed that clarification, there you have it. So,
Because some may be confused about it.
yep, some.
We just wanted to be 100% transparent because we here at DSTL value customer service.
Yep.
This is a product. Please pay us money. I can keep this rolling if you want me to.
No, shut up.
Oh my god!
So this note that we're going to be going through is titled "Nobody Messes." Definitely says messes with blank, like Haylee. It actually says I do, but I'm going to be talking in third person because I am the only Haylee.
I think that's pretty given.
You just mansplained the Notes app.
Okay, well, I feel like there could be some confusion.
Oh, okay. Sorry. No one messes with blank like Haylee. So, for the first thing that no one messes with...
Haylee being her, of course.
For the first thing that no one messes with like me, we have Dominic Fike. Pretty self-explanatory.
Not at all. Who's Dominic Fike?
Your mother.
Oh.
The next thing we have is Dry Bones. Insert Dry Bones falling sound effect. Then SpongeBob.
You like SpongeBob?
I do.
Oh.
I love SpongeBob.
I remember your SpongeBob themed room.
Exactly.
SpongeBob themed room?
Yeah, my bedroom was SpongeBob themed from like.
Did you have a SpongeBob bed?
I did from like
Hardcore
birth to age
SpongeBob
8.
Did you have like the
8 and a
hat?
half. I had everything. Like I had.
sleepover.
Did you have the Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy friendship rings?
I did actually.
Really?
I did.
Okay, wow.
I had more stuff than Patchy the pirate, like the SpongeBob SquarePants.
Like the painting or the guy?
The guy, like the actual like video shots of his bedroom and house and stuff in the actual SpongeBob episodes. My bedroom was more like decked out in SpongeBob memorabilia and stuff.
I remember the
What about the Patty Mobile?
Well, no, I was 8.
I remember the
I did have a painting of the Patty Mobile actually.
Oh.
I remember the sleepover we
Yeah.
had. We laid in your room and we watched. I think we watched something SpongeBob and Weird Al, like both in your room.
Yeah.
Until we all fell
course.
asleep watching SpongeBob.
We were always watching that Weird Al DVD.
Okay, but
We were.
quick question: which Patchy is better, the painting or the real?
Actually,
Or-
the painting is not Patchy.
Oh, it's not. Oh.
The painting is actually named Painty the Pirate.
I knew that.
Fun fact.
Okay, but which one's better, the Painty or Patchy?
Patchy.
I'd have to agree. What about you, Garce?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what you're talking about.
Garce was not allowed to watch SpongeBob, but
Neither was I. But my dad let me.
Daniel's woke now. He's part of the woke mom.
I've got liberal.
Woke mob.
By the time I was old enough to watch it, I just like didn't care to try to watch all of it.
Garce is kind of boring sometimes. I'm sure anybody who's watched SpongeBob knows this. However, I'm gonna fill Garce in because I think this is a cool, neat little fact.
Yeah, for those that don't know, SpongeBob SquarePants is a yellow square sponge. And he wears pants that are also square. Given the name SpongeBob SquarePants, the titular character of the... What year did it come out?
1999.
Of the 1999 cartoon show SpongeBob SquarePants.
What I was saying was that Patchy the Pirate, the live Patchy the Pirate, is actually played by Tom Kenny, who is the voice of none other than SpongeBob SquarePants. You didn't know? Patchy, like the live action Patchy is...
I didn't know that was Tom Kenny.
Patchy is Tom Kenny. And also, Karen, the voice of Karen, the computer wife, is the wife of Tom Kenny.
Oh, I love it when voice actors that are married have roles in the same thing.
Yep.
It's like SpongeBob and Karen are married in real life.
Yeah. Just like in the show. If you've never seen SpongeBob and Karen are married. Next, we have Weird Al. We touched on this a little bit, but I love Weird Al. Show me any 5 seconds of a Weird Al song and I can name it.
Can that be a segment?
Yes, it can. Stay tuned for the next episodes of the podcast. Starting episode 5, probably. Maybe 4. Starting episode 4.
But definitely not 3.
Definitely not 3.
Yeah, definitely not 3. For reasons we cannot disclose.
Okay, after Weird Al, we have Matthew Gray Goobler. If you are privy to my private Snapchat or my private TikTok, you know what I'm talking about. Shut up. You know what I'm talking about.
Who is he?
He plays Spencer Reed, the genius on Criminal Minds. Number 6, journaling. This list is a little outdated, but over this last summer, I got really into journaling. I actually journaled for 17 hours straight, no stopping, no eating, no potty breaks.
17 hours?
Yeah, it was really bad. Next, we have Converse. I think anybody can agree with that one. Definitely.
So what is the story behind the Converse? Is there like a reason, or is it just like...
So, if you don't know, I strictly wear Converse. Those are the only shoes that I have. I have 37 pairs of them. I have 4 pairs of All-Stars, and then the rest are all Chuck 70s, which are very, very similar to All-Stars. They're just, like, more sturdy. They're basically just, like, nicer versions of the All-Star shoes. But, yeah, basically they're all the same, but they all look the same, though. You can't really tell the difference.
Starbucks awe sizes.
These are my venti Converse. So the story, there's not really a story behind them. I've just worn the same size shoe since I was 8 years old. For those of you who don't know, I wear a size 3 in kids.
So when you were 8, did you just have big feet? And then you
no,
just like...
8 or size 3 shoes are like normal for an 8-year-old, I feel like. Cause my brother's 10 and he wears a 5. No one messes with Converse like me. Not even you. After Converse, I have tomatoes. I really like tomatoes.
Really? I knew that, but...
I used to eat them like apples. I actually went to work with my...
That's insane.
I went to work with my dad one time when I was like probably like 9 or 10.
Did your dad work at Subway?
No. My dad works for the government. Like the city government. County government, actually.
Oh, yeah, because that's how you got in there.
Yeah. I went to work with my dad, and one of his coworkers grew tomatoes in her garden. She brought them in, and I was like, yo, Kathy Joe.
What kind of tomatoes were they? Were they like...
They were like the circle tomatoes.
Oh, the
ones that look like apples.
Tomato slicers.
Yeah, they're
the Heritage or whatever.
I don't even know what they're called. She grew them in her garden.
Okay.
Yeah, she brought in tomatoes that you would like slice to put on a burger. But I was like, yo, Kathy Joe, I love tomatoes. If you can't see me, which you can't, I'm doing the come here motion with my hands. Give me a tomato, Kathy Joe.
Yeah, for those that don't know what the come here motion is, that's when you hold your hands out in front of you and then you make finger motions so that it looks like you are beckoning someone towards you.
That is what I just did. I ate one of Kathy Joe's tomatoes in the elevator like an apple. And it was really, really good. And to this day...
Wait, in an elevator?
Yeah. And to this day...
For those of you who don't...
to this day, that is still the best tomato I have ever eaten. That was a really yummy tomato. I hated that.
For those that don't know, is an onomatopoeia supposed to signify that she likes the taste of something.
Another thing that I really like to eat in my tummy is black olives.
You just find them in your tummy?
Another thing that I grow in my tummy is black olives. I have a tree in there.
My mom loves black olives.
Dude, I love black olives. Like, when I worked at Subway, my sandwich would be, like, the most insane amount of black olives you have ever seen in your life.
Yes,
like,
you'd always bring them to school.
Like, enough to cover everything else on the inside. Like, it looked like it was just black olives on the inside.
My Subway sandwich is meatballs and then whatever sounds Italian and then toasted.
Meatballs.
I don't want to share my Subway order.
Okay, Miss Gatekeeper. I actually caused the Subway that I worked at to have like a shortage of black olives for a very brief amount of time.
Yes.
Ironically, after black olives, we have Subway sandwiches, which I've already covered. So yeah.
Paintings. The worst.
The worst Subway sandwich.
Worst Subway sandwich.
Philly.
Achille?
Philly.
Oh, Philly.
Achille.
Is that just a Philly cheesesteak?
Yeah. After Subway, we have Renaissance paintings. I really like those. And after that, we have 1800s poetry. I have like 8 1800s poetry books on my shelf right there behind Daniel that I'm pointing at that you cannot see. For those of you who don't know, a shelf is a microcosm of wood. After that, we have Gummo. I love Gummo. Period. Point blank period. It is the best movie ever. Shut up. It is the best movie ever. I love Gummo more than I love breathing air. Thank you. After that, I have The Simpsons and Lego collab. I have all of the minifigures from Series 1 and 2, the only 2 series that exist, and I also have the Simpsons House Lego set and the Quickie Mart Lego set. Both Simpsons series Lego sets. I am living it up, Springfield, baby.
For those that don't know, Springfield is a location in The
Ohio.
Simpsons, not a reference to the location in Ohio where all
where they eat the pets.
Yeah.
Next up on the list, we have Donald Trump.
Yeah, to all of our Springfield, Ohioan listeners.
After Simpsons and Legos, I have rodents, especially rats. I love rodents with my entire mind, body, and soul.
Yeah, your rats were pretty cute. I like
my
them.
rats were really cute. I have so many cute pictures of my
Rest in
rats. Real. I miss my rats more than anything. And the day that I move out of this stupid dorm, no offense, UCM. No offense, Roger.
Oh, are you gonna have rats in your apartment?
Oh, I'm having rats everywhere I can.
Have you been worried about getting the plague?
I think I was born with that. For those of you who don't know, the plague.
For those of you that don't know, the bubonic plague was a 15th century
plague. Following my rats, I have 2000 Subway wall art. It goes so hard. If you never went to a Subway before they did the nasty, like, modern remodel, you have never lived. Like, it was so cutesy, slave.
Yeah, I think anything post $5 foot long is just not Subway anymore.
For real. Yeah, what even is a foot-long cookie? Like, following that, I have Silver Springs live at the Warner Brothers Studios, Burbank, California, May 23rd, 1997. If you know, you know. After that, I have, it's supposed to say Roderick Heffley. However, autocorrect apparently does not appreciate the last name Heffley, and it autocorrected to Roderick Jeffrey. So if your name is Roderick Jeffrey, apparently I love you.
You're Roderick Heffley. When you were like hardcore into your Roderick Heffley face.
Okay, no,
so funny.
The Roderick Heffley phase was hardcore into me. Like, it was.
I know there was a time that you made me watch Roderick Rules.
Well, yeah, because it's such a good movie. Okay. All jokes aside, the casting for the first 3 Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies, so good.
So good.
The casting,
top tier.
Like, the first Diary, I mean, all 3 have the same. Well, actually, that is not true. Rowley's mom changes from the first movie to the 3rd movie.
Really?
Yeah, in the first movie, Rowley's mom is played by his actual mother. Like, in real life.
Really?
Yeah. And the 3rd movie, it is, his mother is played by an actor. And actually, they did not even try to get an actor that looked like Rowley's mother. She's just like a completely different woman. And honestly,
I feel like it's like.
I feel like I would have noticed that, but I never did.
I feel like when trying to hire someone like a in-universe parent that like looks like the kid, I feel like there's just like no point because like everybody knows it isn't really. Mm-hmm. So it's just like
It's still
Honestly,
just good casting.
honestly, I
If they
just
can
feel like
Well,
it's kind
no.
of funnier if it's very obvious that they
Yeah,
aren't.
what I'm saying is, it's not that the mom didn't look like Rowley. That honestly wouldn't have bothered me. It's that
They didn't look.
it's that the casted mom didn't look. The casted mom in the third movie didn't look anything like the original mom from the first movie.
Yeah.
Like they could.
Why did they cut her? She just- I assume she wasn't like an actor.
Didn't Rowley's
she-
mom have more like speaking roles in the third movie?
Yes, that's what. Yeah, in the first movie, Rowley's mom was only in there for a dancing segment, and actually, they danced to "Intergalactic" by the Beastie Boys, and I'm like a hardcore fangirling over Rowley Jefferson's mom right now.
He has a last name?
Yeah, Rowley Jefferson. So Intergalactic is what Rowley and his mother danced to in the first movie, and that dance, they actually did not create that dance for the movie. Rowley and his mother actually already had that dance that they did together, like in real life. Him and his real mother did. They like did that dance together. It may have been at a school dance. I'm not quite sure. I don't really remember that.
What's your opinion on the animated Diary of a Wimpy Kid?
I don't want to talk about that. I will
Did that
rage.
ever come out?
Yes, and
Was
I will.
it a movie?
Yes, and it was bad, and I will rage. So we are going to continue
I never
my
watched
Rowley's
it.
mom talk. Anyway, in the third,
Are they making a Big Nate one too?
yeah,
Did
but
that
in
ever come out?
I don't know. In the third movie, Rowley's mom, because the third movie is the Dog Days movie, so it's where Greg goes on vacation with Rowley's family, and his mom is like actually like a supporting character. I think she might, in the third movie, I think Rowley's mom might actually have more speaking lines than Greg's mom. I could be wrong about that.
She's really only in at the beginning and the end.
Maybe don't fact check me on that one, but it might be true. I'm not sure. The reason I know this is because I actually had all of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books up to, I think, the 13th book.
Dude, there's so many.
Is that when they introduced the pig? Freaking hate that pig.
And
That's when I lost interest in the series.
And then I also had the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie diary book, which has all the like movie notes and stuff from the 3 movies with the original cast. And I do not want to talk about the long haul movie. We are going
I feel like the humor in the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series is a lot similar to like the National Lampoon Vacation series. 'Cause it's kind of just like everything sucks.
Yeah, you're right. I do not want to talk about the long haul movie. We are going to go ahead and move on to my last No One Messes with Blink Like Me, which is none other than Hobama. Now, for those of you who don't know, Hobama is the idea that...
No, it's not the idea.
Yeah.
It's the
Hobama
fact.
is the fact that Harry Styles and Barack Obama have been in a committed relationship with each other since early 2014.
At least.
At least.
It's crazy.
Yes. And how did I find out about Hobama? I've touched on this a bit early in the episode, but I was a hardcore One Direction fan when I was younger. Like, it was pretty rough.
Name all of them. Name all the directions.
Weezer, Left, Right, Up, Green Day, and
Those are the
Pocahontas.
broken meanings. I go to Burger King.
Anyway, I was on Twitter when it was still Twitter in probably early 2014, and I saw...
You were on Twitter in 2014?
Yeah?
That explains so much.
I didn't even have a phone in 2014.
Okay, I did gymnastics.
That's crazy.
I did gymnastics and I had to have a phone because I was
You
going...
were on Twitter in 2014?
I was 10,
My
almost.
gosh, what the...
Almost 10.
What's the 10-year-old doing on Twitter?
Looking at One Direction, obviously.
Obviously.
I actually saw the original Obama post, which, if you don't know what that is, it is the edited Obama article where it's Obama and Harry Styles in the corner, and it says like gay relationship ? I saw like the original post of that, and little 10-year-old Haylee,
For those that don't know, this was back then when gay marriage was a new concept.
yeah, before those libtards took over, you know, before everybody got
Yeah.
liberalitis.
Yeah, total Greek erasure.
Little 10-year-old Haylee fully thought that article was real. I thought that newspaper was real. I fully believed it. And so since 2014, I have like been hardcore into Hobama. Like, even after finding out that it was, like, a fake thing.
She lays in bed and watches Hobama TikToks to this day.
Yeah, Hobama is actually, like, there was a point in, like, my senior year of high school where it was, like, actually, like, taking over my life, and it was kind of, like, putting stress on, like, my friendships, actually.
It was, like, 6th hour every day.
Yeah, every day I would watch, like, for a full class, I would watch Hobama TikToks and cry at my desk because they were so sad. And, like, there was a point where I couldn't even open TikTok without a Hobama edit coming up and me, like, immediately started sobbing. This is really embarrassing to say, but I did run, I still have access to it, I don't post on it anymore, but I did run a Hobama TikTok fan page.
No way.
I will not be giving out the username.
A TikTok? This is recent. That's wild.
TikTok's
This is
pretty old now.
No, this happened last year.
No, I know, but I'm saying TikTok in itself is pretty old now.
You're pretty old now.
It's more recent than 2014 Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very successful Hobama TikTok page, might I add. It's really easy to find. There's no sign that it's me, but if you are on Hobama TikTok, you have almost certainly seen a post from it. It's not the biggest one, because there's one very obvious standout big one. It's not the biggest one, but I would say it's probably in, like, the top 5 or 6 Hobama TikTok accounts.
That's great. How many followers?
Why is there so many?
I'm not the only Hobama shipper. Some people are, like, diehard into Hobama. Actually, I had originally downloaded TikTok, like, solely to watch Hobama videos.
No way.
I am being completely serious when I say that, yeah. I didn't get TikTok until probably, like, 2021. I was really late to the TikTok party. You could either have been a Dream SMP fan, who are, like, all now really gross and, like, bite people and shit, or you could be a Obama fan. And honestly,
Maybe.
what has Obama done wrong?
For a point of reference, we will not be taking calls from any Syrian refugees.
10,000 Syrian refugees. So yeah, go Obama.
Breaking news, hot off the press from our very own Kansas City, Missouri. Horrified, Taylor Swift realizes football happens every year. Growing increasingly alarmed as she stared at her boyfriend Travis Kelce's upcoming 2024 schedule, a horrified Taylor Swift reportedly realized for the first time Friday that football happens every year. So football, that's not just the thing Travis did last fall for a couple of months, that's something that's going to happen again and again, said a wincing, shuddering Swift, who added that she had assumed she would never again need to dress up in Chiefs merchandise, buy out stadium boxes, or hang out in Kansas City after Kelce and his team won the Super Bowl last year. At press time, Swift was seen Googling how long it took for CTE to kick in and end a football player's career forever. What is CTE?
For those who don't know. For those who don't know.
CTE is brain damage that will eventually kill you.
That wraps up episode 2 of the Don't Stay Too Long podcast. Don't forget, it's National One Hit Wonder Day. So make sure you go listen to your favorite one hit wonder of all time today. Personally, once we're done with this, I'm going to go listen to Wonderwall for the plot. That's my favorite one hit wonder.
Now, before I say my one-hit wonder, I just want to say I'm not 100% sure if Wonderwall is a true one-hit wonder.
Really? I thought it was.
Well, maybe for, like, people who are...
Who even made
Oasis.
Wonderwall?
Oasis.
Yeah, I've never heard of them.
For those of you who don't know, Weezer just fell off my wall. Oh, okay, just keep following, why don't you, the Blue Album.
The new album?
Blue Album.
Oh.
Well, Oasis also made "Don't Look Back in Anger," and that's a pretty popular song too.
Never heard of it.
I feel like you've probably heard it,
Maybe.
and just don't realize it. But I'll let you have Wonderwall as a one-hit wonder. Daniel, what's your one-hit wonder?
Gotta say, hands down, best one-hit wonder of all time, Albuquerque by Weird Al.
We've gone over this.
Where the towels are oh so fluffy.
The towels are also fluffy. The towels are oh so fluffy. I will give him that. However, That is not a one-hit wonder either.
Definitely is.
Definitely not.
Definitely is.
If any Weird Al...
Name any other Weird Al song.
Anybody else can name any other Weird Al song. Albuquerque is like one of his least popular songs. However,
that makes it a one-hit wonder. It's a very niche one-hit wonder.
But I am kind of I'm a little sucker for Weird Al.
Okay, but how many Weird Al songs have a flash animation to accompany it?
Actually, a few.
Oh.
Now, my one-hit wonder is a true one-hit wonder. Ow! Ow!
Is it sharp?
Yeah, no, the corner of it hit my eyeball. Oh my god.
Now Weezer's staring at me.
Brody. For those of you who don't know, my Weezer poster fell off my wall and into my eyeball. Oh. It actually really hurt. My one-hit wonder is none other than Crazy Frog by Axel F.
Crazy.
Now that is the one-hit wonder of all time.
It's funny you bring that up because at my work, it would play, I think, Axel F. or whatever, like just not the non-Crazy Frog version.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I've ever heard any other Axel F song.
It does feel a little naked, so to speak.
Without Crazy Frog?
Without Crazy Frog.
I actually used to have nightmares about Crazy Frog.
Was he like chasing you?
That's Crazy Frog.
Or was Crazy Frog chasing you, or was that like robot thing?
Like SpongeBob? No, it was like for completely like personal reasons. Like it was actually like really traumatic for me. The Crazy Frog nightmares were. Crazy Frog.
That's insane.
Okay, anyway, but yeah, I did used to have nightmares about Crazy Frog.
What a privilege! I wish. The Crazy Frog.
Okay, so
anyway,
yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end that episode there.
Anyways, make sure you go follow us at DSTL on Instagram and comment what your favorite one-hit wonder is.
At DSTL Podcast on Instagram.
Podcast, my bad. And make sure you tune in next Wednesday for our next episode with our first ever guest,
Arnez Rodriguez.
Yep.
Arnez will be on the podcast next week, next Wednesday, October 2nd. So, listen in next Wednesday for some real juicy episode, for some real juicy conversation with the very first black man on the podcast.
You should just ended it with the very first black man.